A Dane County judge has ordered a former Wisconsin Rapids man released after his conviction was overturned. The judge ruling he should be released without needing to post cash bail.
But Richard Bernanke remains in jail tonight. News 3's Jessica Arp tells us why and what's next. Jessica?
Well, we spent much of the afternoon with Beranek's families and attorneys waiting to see if he'd be released from jail. He was not, but his attorneys say they won't stop fighting until he is. Richard Beranek entered a courtroom, now a man only charged with 9 felonies rather than convicted of them.
We are right back where this case was immediately before the trial started in February of 1990.
Beranek was convicted in 1990 in the rape of a Stoughton woman in 1987, but 2 weeks ago, that conviction was thrown out, as well as a 243-year sentence. A judge ruling that new DNA evidence showed a hair at the crime scene did not belong to Beranek.
This was a terrible crime, and the fact of the matter is it's just the state got the wrong guy.
As the defense argued Beranek should be released immediately without bail, the state argued he should pay to get out. And while they have not said whether they'll retry Beranek, they maintain the victim is still afraid of the suspect, saying this at that 1990 sentencing.
And she said, and I quote, and that even after 30 years, it would not be enough time because he could still come back and hurt her or her children. How prescient that was.
The judge ordered Beranek released on signature bond, saying he would not be a flight risk.
I simply don't believe Mr. Beranek is going to voluntarily choose to not show up after fighting, as I've said, for 25 years for his day in court.
Beranek's team from the Innocence Project then spent the afternoon trying to get him out of jail alongside his family, but the Department of Corrections say they maintain a hold as they notify the public and work to secure a residence for him.
He's been in the Department of Corrections for almost 3 decades, right? It's called the Department of what? Corrections. So at what point does he get another shot?
Beranek intends to live at a family home in Portage County. His attorney said a probation officer visited that home Monday. The judge ruled Beranek must be released before 3 p.m. on a weekday, but it's unclear how soon that could happen. The state has until July 24th to decide whether they will retry this case.
Thank you, Jessica.